Vettori right now on DraftKings Sportsbook, the minus 130 betting favorite. Paulo Costa can be had at plus 110. All right, so these two men have combined, to face the champ Israel Adesanya 3 times. They're 0-3. For Costa, that is his only pro loss, Ashley, and that was his last fight all the way back in September of last year at UFC 253. Costa, Vettori under the lights this weekend. Who wins the main event?
Yeah, I believe both these guys, Vettori and Costa, Adesanya was their last fight, if I'm correct. And, this one is extremely tough, right? Because you've got just 2 specimens, and I'm nitpicking now. Like you have to nitpick when it gets to this level, and I'm really, Vittori's never been finished. They both fought Adesanya. I think the difference is the fact that Adesanya style bender really broke down Costa mentally. He kind of, destroyed him when they fought. And Vettori just seems to have a stronger mental game. And at this level, it's like I said, I'm nitpicking, but I think the mental aspect's going to be the final straw for this fight, the deciding factor. And so I give it to Vettori. And man, to have to pick a specific, I'm going to say decision for Vettori. Yeah, but we're really nitpicking, man. This is going to be a great fight.
Well, no, and Vegas obviously has this close on paper. And for Marvin Vettori, man, he wants this so badly, Kenny. He's racked up a lot of experience, right? He's fought 75 minutes in that octagon since we last saw Paulo Costa. The main event wins over Jack Hermanson and Kevin Holland, and obviously the 25 minutes with Adesanya that did not go his way. I felt like at times in Vettori's last fight, he was a little bit delusional with respect as to what was actually happening in that fight. And then afterwards kind of felt like maybe he had done enough. I think there are more unknowns on the Paulo Costa side, certainly as far as what his last year has held. Kenny, what do you have for us on the main event? I have no idea who wins it, and I'm glad I don't have to make a pick.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate, man. Ashley was calling these guys physical specimens. That's why they remind me a lot about myself. You look at their body types, right. And I can really see. No, but listen, these guys definitely are physically very powerful guys, very explosive. I think for Vettori, though, the path is pretty clear. He's got to look for a takedown. He's got to slow Paulo Costa down, get him on his back, and get rid of a lot of those exchanges in tight. I think that's where Paulo Costa can really hurt you. He's extremely fast, and for a guy who is as physically big, who carries as much muscle, a lot of times you expect him, to slow down. And when Paulo is in tremendous shape, he doesn't really slow down. He can still have a lot of pop in his punches. So I don't know. I think Vettori's got to be very careful here. He's got to set up his takedowns properly. He's got to get respect from Paulo Costa with his hands, but he can't stay in the pocket for too long. So really fascinated by what the approach is going to be by both guys here. I think Vettori obviously has been more active than Paulo Costa has been recently. But I do think Paulo Costa has the skills to get it done. I like Paulo Costa here. I think he'll find a way to stop those takedowns and be more effective and slow Vettori down. And then kind of pounce a little bit later in the fight. When does that happen? It's between the 3rd and 4th round. Let's go with round 3. Paulo Costa again here by TKO.
All right, Ken Flo likes Costa by TKO. And I know for the Paulo Costa fans and his coaches, they felt shortchanged by that last performance, to say the least. So a big opportunity for him to not right that wrong, but to sort of right the ship this weekend against Marvin Vettori. All right.